Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smiths in the Black with the Nightly Vid, and we're back to the vids. I was going to try and get out the Strat Time report today, but I was a little under the weather and dealing with some family things, so we're going to get there close. But some important lessons today. You know, we've got a ton of earnings. 40% of the Dow is going to report this week. So we had that 2-2 reversal on Friday, 2 down, 2 up. Then we hit magnitude, right? So a lot of people got FOMO in the morning. They're like, oh, I'm missing this big old rally. I'm like, take it easy. Triangle layout, they will. So you can see here, there's 2 up, 2 down on the 30, and that's a nice move here. So you get this grindy stuff, but this is really nice. And then end of the day, 2-1-2 reversal. That didn't go very far, but you also had options expiring real late in the day that you can capture that and take some of the money that you got out of here. Because if this 2-2 works, what that set up on the 60 was this, the 3-2 down, right? And so it hits magnitude by taking these guys out. You got your higher high and your lower low. Somewhat of a tight broadening formation, but now we close out as an inside 60, but all that kind of stuff is important. And if we go to, you know, where I try and keep things easy for people, PLRX, when I tweet out the morning gap list, you know, and people want to jump around and be like, I want to get NVIDIA, I want to do this. I'm like, look, 2 up, inside 60, 2-1-2 reversal, right here, below 33.56. Then you had another inside 60 here, right, to add to it, here, below 31.74. And you can see the next 60 open on the highs, not even challenged to get stopped up. So you had your initial entry, your add, and take them out on the lows. Real good stuff there. So coming up here, you know, we've got earnings. We've got Johnny John coming out tomorrow, and that's going to close out as inside day. And so that'll give us an idea, or on the weekly here. What that gives us an idea is we're going to watch a bunch of the healthcare, because you had Humana here, potential 2-2 reversal on the downside if they start to tank. Here, Centene as well. Amgen and the bios didn't go very far. But we know, you know, on the SPY and the Qs had a nice day, and we'll get to that in a second. It's going to be a tough time to chew this thing baby down. But, you know, Microsoft coming out after the close. So all this kind of stuff. But you can see how we've talked about this outside day, 3-2-2 reversal on Friday. And the magnitude was to hit this. And if you're right, it continues and goes a little further. But we've got to still have a lot of inside months and a lot of earnings coming out. So SQ, we know that there's been a big rally for the Bitcoins, 2-2 reversal, and then boom, continuation. Why that's important is when we look at the monthlies here, inside month to the up. So we can continue to watch that with all the Bitcoiners. If we go to XLP not so fortunate right now. 2 months to the downside. All right, so the question is, they're going to go risk on and stay in these, you know, techs that they're trying to rally back into to start the new year, or do we go 2-2, puke tomorrow? So I can watch some of those too. We'll see how that goes. Snap on SNA here didn't go very far today. Could easily be a 2 up, 2 down tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. IBM's got earnings this week with a lot of the Dow. And IBM would be a rev strat day to the downside if they want to spook them there a little bit. So we know that SMH, you know, had a real nice day here. And, you know, we'll see how that goes. And if you just waited on that last 60 minutes, not a big move, but triangle out, 2 down, 2 up. There it was. See what that 30 looks like. So sometimes people get real antsy at waiting. So especially when they're grinding like this and get that FOMO, let them come in, they will, and stuff like that. So we also had a weakness in the war machines. LMT didn't go very far today. Here, closer to 2-2 down, north of Grumman. Here, didn't go very far. General Dynamics, how'd you do, buddy? Didn't go very far, so we keep an eye on all that. But we know we've got a lot of earnings coming out, and that's good. Hopefully we get a bunch of gaps, because we've seen we haven't had a lot of gappers for a while, and the market doing nothing with the inside month. albeit strengthening here. But now, 2 down, 2 up. Here's your broadening formation, your higher, higher, lower, low. And do we go inside day? Do we keep blasting? What do we do? Coming into a bunch of earnings and all that kind of stuff. So if we go to diamonds, because that's where a bunch of the earnings are coming up, we want to watch this, right? Because you got 40% of these guys coming out this week. But if you go to the monthly, here, still handling inside month. So it doesn't surprise us to go back and forth. And that's where you get caught up sometimes watching that shorter term chart and getting the FOMO. And like in general, this thing's doing nothing. All right, so let's let all these earnings come out and we'll trade them as we see them. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Mr. Black with the Nightly Vid.